What is up, guys? Welcome back to YouTube Relic, and today we are doing a ranking. This is our first ranking, I believe, since ranking month for a band's albums we're doing, which is one of maybe my current favorite band. Obviously, I know they're not my favorite band of all time. That still goes to Tears for Fears, but like the band that I've been into the most recently. That is Incubus, the alternative rock, formerly new metal, going to experimental, just going on to alternative rock and pop rock. It's a great band. Sure, the recent Morning View redux is like awful. Brandon Boyd's voice sucks, but it used to be amazing, and I really love the band. They're really talented. So let's get into this ranking they have. I believe I'm including 9 albums, also including the Enjoy Incubus EP. So yeah, let's get into this ranking after the intro.
Hands up.
Okay guys, so that was the intro, and yeah, I think I'm just ready to get into this video. I have 3 more days of school before summer, and along with, of course, the music videos, I'm going to do more Manhunt for you guys, maybe some vacation vlogs. It'll be a fun summer, but let's get into the ranking now. Here we go. And coming in at last, I think this is pretty predictable.
Among Us, ha ha ha.
I have Fungus Among Us from 1995. Yeah, they predicted the Among Us thing. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's not good production, but some of the highlights like Shaft and Me to Your Leader, which honestly might be better than the Enjoy Incubus versions, are like pretty darn good songs. It's just the production and some of the lowlights, like The Answer, that's not a good song. I don't have much to say about it, but it's before they went onto a major label, so it kind of makes sense that they're obviously not going to be the best. But yeah, let's get into my next pick, and that is the most recent album, 8, so their 8th album, from 2017. So yeah, this is when Brandon Boyd's voice started to go down a bit. It's not bad here, it just sounds a bit different. But yeah, there's some great tracks on here, and those are the 3 singles. No Fun, Nimble B-Word, and Loneliest are amazing tracks. Loneliest is kind of like a hip-hop song, which is kind of interesting, returning to the new metal days. But also When Become a Man, Glitter Bomb, and Make No Sound, and Digital Force are not good. But again, I really like No Fun, really like High Energy song, same with Nimble B-Word. And I think they do experiment pretty good on this album, a lot more than they did. Pretty much their only experimental album since Morning View. But hey, it's definitely far from the best. I would give it about a 5.2 out of 10. But it's definitely not bad, and it has some great tracks. But the problem is they're all at the beginning, and they're all singles. But up next, this is when the downfall really starts. We have A Crow Left of the Murder from 2004. So, you're coming off one of the best 3 album runs of all time, to be honest here. And you know what? You start out with a bang. The single Megalomaniac is an amazing track. I still absolutely love that one. Talk Shows on Mute is very cool too. Leech, the title track, I absolutely love those tracks. But I do not like ZDVL, whatever that one is. That song's really stupid. And I just think they kind of lose the experimentalness of the original albums, which was my main problem with this one. It's a great album cover, very cool album title, but I just think if you compare it to all that original stuff, you have to be quite a bit disappointed with this one. But up next, I have one of the OG albums in their major label debut, Enjoy Incubus. Let's go, I have it on tape. On CD, the best in hi-fi quality. Yeah, it's a retro style, but I absolutely love it. I got this. It was only $4 on Amazon, which is pretty sick. Yeah, I'll read the track list on here. It's pretty darn short. You Will Be a Hot Dancer, Shaft, Take Me to Your Leader, Version, As a and Hicus. So there's only 6 songs, but there's also a secret track. It's called Hidden Bonus, which is pretty interesting, which means that this thing in total is actually about 30 minutes. But yeah, I think it's a great album, in my opinion. I call it an album because it technically is over 30 minutes, but I think it is pretty darn front-loaded as a major label debut, as you should front-load a debut, honestly. Like, You'll Be a Hot Dancer is a really funny track. I really like it. But Shaft, Take Me to Leader, and Version, those are the 3 really good tracks. Though I say I do probably prefer the Fungus Among Us versions. The thing is, this one's more consistent and is better production. I think Hicus is a pretty cool song, and I just like their experimentation with, like, the, comedy. There's comedy in this. Look at that album cover. I love that so much. And it's a pretty explicit album, but at the same time, I really like it, and I think it's a very, very solid new metal, pretty experimental album as well. Combining elements of, like, ska, comedy, as I said, really heavy stuff, especially in Take Me to Your Leader. What a wicked riff that one has. But it's far from the best. I think if you had a longer track list here and didn't front load it, I think this could be top 3 even. But up next, I have their second newest non-Redux release, if not now, when? From 2011. So this is honestly maybe Brandon's peak of vocals, and yeah, this album has some of their absolute best recent stuff and some of their absolute worst. Tomorrow's Food and the title track I think are very boring songs, but Promises, Promises, I absolutely love that song. And Company of Wolves, amazing long experimental track, and Adolescence, great single. I just believe that there's like not a lot in the middle. Like, I do really like the singles. One is at the beginning, one's at the end, and Company of Wolves is great in the middle. But a lot of the bad songs also kind of crowd the back half, and I just think that if you kind of, I don't know, I just think there's something weird about the track list. I think In the Company of Wolves would make a great closer, but it's not, and that's okay. It's still a pretty good listen, but far from my favorite. But up next, I have from 2006, Light Grenades coming in here at number 4. This is when they officially went away from experimental. They began new metal, Make Yourself Start to Experiment. Morning View, I like with songs like Are You In and Incubus Transmission, full on experimental, but we'll get to that. And this is when they completely go away from that. It's just pure alternative rock and pop rock, which is fine. I think there's 5 of their absolute best tracks on here. And those would be Quicksand, which I think is a beautiful opener, and it leads in great to Kiss to Send Us Off. Too bad Kiss to Send Us Off is a really annoying, crappy track. I do not like that one. But that's okay. Even if they're not, like, the best genre of Incubus, have to admit, Dig, Animali, and Love Hurts are some of my absolute favorite songs. The vocal performances from Brandon on Dig is amazing. Love that guitar. Animali too, amazing. And Oil and Water, that I believe was another single. That's another great track. I think the 4 singles and Quicksand off here are amazing. But the Earth to Bella, parts 1 and 2 and Rogues are not very good. Neither is A Kiss to Send Us Off. I just like that transition. So like 5 of their best and lots of their worst. And I think lots of their albums are like 4 to 6 out of 10, but it's these top 3, man. These top 3 are so good. And this next one I want to get on CD. Number 3, I have Science from 1997. My goodness, this is their pure breakout. I'd say, because like one is not a major label, that being Fungus Among Us. I like to call it Kufunga for some reason. I don't know why. I just randomly came up with that. And the other one's an EP. This is their pure only new metal like album. Their only pure new metal album. And there are some amazing tracks in here. Vitamin, New Skin, and Certain Shade of Green. Those are just classics in their discography. The singles, Idiot Box and Summer Romance / Anti-Gravity Love Song. I love those as well. Deep Inside and Segway One, sure, they're not my favorite, but I really think that it's a very interesting album. A Certain Shade of Green is the most, like, actually new metal-esque, because all the others kind of experiment. That one's just pure new metal coming at you, and it still might be my favorite song on the album. It's great. Really great 3 minutes. A lot of the songs on here are pretty short, but there's lots of them, and I really like the variety on here. I mean, the opener, I forget what it's called, but that one has a really sick riff. Same with Vitamin. Yeah. I like the Science theme as well. But these top 2, honestly, I think both these albums are both 10 out of 10s. And it was so hard picking on them. It was so hard picking them. But I think that it came down to the fact on which album was more consistent. And the one I think is just a tad bit less consistent. My number 2, still a 10, Morning View. This, I thought, was my favorite Incubus album, but going back, maybe it's not. It's still amazing, though, and that album cover is great, too. The Morning View concert, that's one of my favorite concerts of all time. The Red Pants Guy, if you know, you know. Oh, the track list on here is Nice to Know You, Circles, Wish You Were Here, Just a Phase, 11 a.m., Blood on the Ground, Mexico, Warning, Echo, Have You Ever, Are You In, Under My Umbrella, Incubus Transmission. That is a track list and a half. This is when they truly went experimental. There's no foul language on here, which is pretty uncommon for the band. And the thing about it is, like, especially tracks like Are You In? Very, like, weird, spacey song. The lyrics in 11 a.m., mind-blowing. I absolutely love the lyrics there. And Incubus Transmission. 7 minutes of, like, experimentations and, like, world instruments and strings. It's so great. Same with the artwork on this thing. Like, those fishes look really cool. Yeah, but the reason, like, if I could use one word to describe this album, you can probably tell by the album cover, tranquility. Songs like Echo. My band covered that song in our demo for our album that just came out today. Check it out. I'll give more information at the end. But yeah, we covered Echo. It's a beautiful track. Nice to Know You, the guitar up there, that intro, my goodness, one of my favorite songs. Warning, the sounds that they use. She called in a warning. I love that. And also, that's probably my favorite song on the album. It took me a while to get into it. I just kind of ignored it for some reason. But yeah, it's amazing. Have You Ever and Under My Umbrella are the two songs that I'm not a big fan of, which is why this album takes number 2. But it's still absolutely amazing. Of course, Wish You Were Here, that's a classic. Yeah, it's so good. Blood on the Ground, Mexico, like, geez. So many heavy hitters on here. I absolutely love this album. This and my number 1 actually give me even though it was like not even a year ago, even nostalgia for my most recent birthday. I got both these for my birthday, and I was playing them all day. That's not a bad birthday with those two. But I'm sorry. This has to be number 1. And if I think about it, this might honestly crack my top 10 favorite albums of all time. Take the place of some other thing that I did in my top 10 favorite albums video. Yes, that's right.
Pardon me, pardon me.
It's 1999's Make Yourself. This album is a straight 10. Every single track on it I'd give at least a 7.5. That's how great it is. This album cover, too, is very cool. Like, it's kind of like how you can make yourself. All these lines leading to different paths. I mean, the title track goes over that insanely. Yeah, I would say this is one of my top 10 favorite albums. Great summary vibe. Here's the songs. Got Privilege, Nowhere Fast, Consequence, The Warmth, When It Comes, Stellar, Make Yourself, Drive, Clean, Battlestar, Skorlajstika, I Miss You, Pardon Me, Out From Under. Yeah. Every single song on this album on Spotify I have hearted, except for Battlestar, Skorlajstika, and Out From Under. And those songs are still like 7s. Maybe even 8 out of 10s. This album is so great. And honestly, this video is not that long, so I'm just going to go over pretty much every single song. I love this thing. Privilege, great, fast track. I really like the lyrics. Nowhere Fast. This album, almost every single song is cussing in it, which is kind of surprising because they don't do it a lot on it. There's like 1 per song, maybe 2. And then, of course, Nowhere Fast. Heavy riff, and then it gets jazzy, and then it gets spacey. It's so crazy. I really like Consequence. It took a while to grow on me, but it is. The Warmth is one of the best songs of all time. I mean, it's so summery, and it is like the chorus, oh my goodness. When It Comes, a great deep cut. Love that one. Stellar, of course, it's a beautiful hit. Make Yourself, really heavy track. Like, the 3, like, this album, for some consider new metal, I'll just consider alternative rock. None of the songs are really heavy, but the songs when they do punch you in the face in, like, a Science or Enjoy Incubus style, which would be the title track, Pardon Me and Out From Under, those songs kick butt. Those songs are amazing. Pardon Me is one of my top 20 favorite songs ever. It's my favorite Incubus song. I love it so much. It's the first one I ever heard, too, that affected the beginning. Pardon me while I burst. Then it explodes into these, like, guitars. Oh, my goodness. The bridge, too. That little turntable solo. I love it so much. Drive, of course. Their biggest song. Great acoustic. Clean's very underrated. I Miss You's beautiful. And Out From Under, just with that sudden burst of energy at the end. Like, it's a pretty, honestly, like, relaxed, summery feeling. But then you end off with Pardon Me and Out From Under, which gives you a burst of energy at the very end. It's a perfect album. And it's my favorite Incubus album. So, yeah, that's your Incubus at number 1. And the link will be in the description in Spotify. My band, Bowls Cream of Wheat, we finished out our demos maybe like 5 months ago, and then I posted it 2 months ago. But yeah, our new 4th album, our first in 2 years, the singles released on April 1st when I promoted that. But yeah, I might have the album in the background there when I get it printed on CD. But yeah, please consider checking it out on Spotify and YouTube. We worked very hard on it. It took 2 years. It's a lot better than the other ones. Production's better. The singles, I think, are actually some decent songs that we've made. And please consider checking it out. Again, link in the description. Pinned comment, too, if the comments are on. But yeah, this is my number 1. Please check out Bowls Cream of Wheat views as well. Thanks for watching this video. Now look at this person. And again, thank you for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe, even though Burlick is bad. Anyways, bye.